Hey guys, it's Charlene from stampinup for our July and August 2022 card kit in the mail. We are going to be making the Best Remedy kit from Stampin' Up. There are 9 cards and I love the sentiments. It's called the Best Remedy for a reason. It's a bunch of get well cards and cards to make someone feel lifted up or uplifted when they're feeling down. So let me show you the things that come in the kit. You get all of the paper and the adhesives. You get a full stamp set, a clear block, embellishments. You even get a cute little Stampin Spot. So everything that you need to make the 9 cards, including the envelopes, are all in this one box. And it's only $23 before tax and shipping. That's it. So I have all the details down below, but let's get started making the kit, and I might surprise you with some little twists that you can do to make the cards different than what you see on the beautiful full color instruction sheet. Let's go. The kit comes in this reusable cardboard box, and it comes with the full instruction sheet in color. So it shows you step by step how to make the cards. It even has, look at the edge here. It has a ruler on the edge in inches and in centimeters. A lot of thought. A lot of thought was put into this kit. And on the back, you see a picture of everything that comes in the kit. So you have your envelopes. This is the stamp set, and let me just tell you what the sentiments are. Look at this cute, cute, cute little guy. I love it, with a little ice cream cone, the chef's hat, and the flower pot. So it says, a little birdie told me you were under the weather. Feel better soon. I'm here for you. Sorry life stinks sometimes. Even though this stinks, well, that stinks. Ice cream is the best remedy. That's the truth for this. So adorable. I love it. It also comes with this cute little Stampin' Spot with one of the new in colors for 2022 to 2024, Starry Sky. I absolutely love Stampin' Spots. They're so easy, especially for larger stamps. So that's fabulous. And then if you don't have a clear block, so this kit is perfect if you're a beginning stamper. It has everything you need. It comes with a clear block to use with the acrylic stamps. So that's fun to add to your collection. Some Stampin' Dimensionals, some self-adhesive embellishments, like little rhinestones, these cute little flowers, a little sheet of mini glue dots, and then all of the paper, the cards that are already scored, and the coordinating envelopes. 3 each of 3 different card designs. Whenever I make a kit, I like to refer to the picture that's on the instructions and just separate everything so I know where it is and what it is. So look at these Starry Sky strips of paper. We can actually go ahead and take them out of their little situation here. You can have 6 of these. And being the person that I am, I would not throw these away because I would think of something else to use them for. We can take our envelopes and set those aside. Looks like we have 3 of these pieces. There's a sheet of pre-cut pieces for your sentiments. That makes it so easy. And then here are the different card bases. We have 3 like that. Looks like we have 3 that are plain, but I'm sure they're not going to be plain much longer. 3 like this. And then look at this. These are already, they're pre-stamped, pre-colored images. We have the skunk, the mouse, and the little chick. Look at how, oh, that's not a, I thought that was a chef's hat. This is a cute little water bottle or heating pad. No, ice pack. How cute are these? I love it. So if you're in a hurry, if you're new to stamping, you can just use these instead of stamping and coloring in. I love it. And then finally we have this sheet here, which are pre-cut hearts. So let's just take those out. And then we have these green pieces, and then finally these cute little polka dot pieces. So that is everything in the kit. And once you have everything out of the kit, you can look on your instructions and see that it shows you from all of the supplies what you're going to need for each of the 3 cards. So here is card number 1, number 2, and number 3. And here are the pre-cut, pre-stamped, pre-colored in little animals if you are in a hurry and want to get these cards out of the way. When it comes to get well cards or feel better soon cards, it usually is a last minute situation because who can predict, right, when someone is going to be sick? So for a kit like this is why I grabbed this one, because I knew that it would be convenient to make these cards and have them on hand when I needed one. Now, if you're like me and want to keep things organized, I'm just going to go through and take the supplies that I am going to need for each card. So I'm going to need this card base for this one. For number 1, I'm going to need these. I'm going to need these labels that are on the angle. And it looks like they gave an extra one, which was very, very nice in case we make an oops. And as a little hint, if you are intimidated by stamping on the pre-cut piece of paper that fits the sentiment, you can always just stamp it on another piece and you can use a punch to punch it out. That's what I do a lot of the times because I'm afraid that I won't get it straight. And then it looks like these green pieces go with that, and the cute, cute, cute little chick with the ice pack goes with these. So I'm going to just carefully take that out, and then it looks like there's that little piece right there. So that is all the stuff we need for card number 1. Set card number 1 aside. For card number 2, we are going to need this card base here with the gingham on it. This one is going to use the hearts, and it's going to use the cute little skunk. Love, love, love. What I like about these images, I don't know if you can tell, but they actually look like they were colored in by you. The color is, if you see the little streaks in there, these are the same streaks that you get when you use the Stampin' Blend. So I love that because it doesn't look so artificial. So that, and let's see, we're going to need these little labels here, which it's easier for me to just punch, to take these out. So I'm going to do that for the next card. And what I'll do is I'll set this with this. So that's card number 2. And then finally, the leftover stuff is for card number 3. I love this design. It's so fun and bright. So we have that. We have these pink pieces that are already embossed. These cute little yellow pieces. And the little mouse who is holding the little container of ice cream. These are so cute, these little people, these little animals. I love them. Okay, so you might be saying, well then why do I want the stamp set? If the things are already stamped for me, why do I need the stamp set? Why do I need to get this? Why do I need this little stamp that has the skunk? Well, because it's so cute, you can make more greeting cards and get well cards at a later time. And a lot of these sentiments go with the skunk. So that's why. Now I have everything in its pile. So card number 3, 2, and 1. And if I go to my little instruction sheet, it is going to then show me on here where to place everything and where to put the dimensionals. See here, it has the little dots on the back. So easy for beginners, so easy. It even tells you here that you put the sentiment on here and then use the Stampin' Spot. So it's all pictures if you are a visual learner. And then it shows on here, see here it has a little, you're gonna need 2 of the large sequins and 3 of the smaller ones. And on here you're going to need 3 of the little stars, and then it shows you the other, you can't really see it maybe on the camera, those little sequins there. And the same thing for the final one. Where to place everything, where to put the dimensionals, and the little sequins that you need. I absolutely love this. I don't necessarily think that you need, I don't see why you would need the ruler for this one, but what I believe is that this is there for other projects that are pre-made kits that come with ribbon, so you can just put it on here and measure, which is a great, great, great thing to have. Another reason why the kits are so great is that you don't need any of your own adhesive. Like I said, 100% of everything that you need is in the kit. So I showed you here that these are the Stampin' Dimensionals. See the large circle there? But then look over here and you'll see the little tiny dot, and that is how you adhere. You use the mini glue dots to adhere these pieces there. So you don't need a glue stick, you don't need multi-purpose glue, you don't need your Stampin' Seal. It's all right here in the box. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do this on camera to show you how I open my Stampin' Spot, because it has a label on here to make sure that the lid doesn't fall off. So what I usually do, and let's hope this works while I'm doing it live on the camera, I take the tips of my paper snips, and then there's a serrated, perforated little edge right here. And I just like to go in there, and if I can, I like to just sort of cut it along there. You could also use a razor, what do you call it? Those knives that have the razor blade on the end. Why can't I think of what they're called? Because I haven't used one in a long time. But you just want to cut the paper. You don't want to take off the whole label, because then you might forget what color it is. So I just like to go in there, and let me finish doing this off camera so I can concentrate better, and I'll show you what happens at the end. X-Acto knife is the word I was looking for. So you'll see that I just cut this right here, and then I like to leave this on because it just makes it easier, I think. But you can take it off if you want, just peel it right off. But I think it makes it easier. And see why this is great if you had a large stamp, just imagine, because you could just stamp or ink it up just like this and flip it over. And you can also use your ink refills on the Stampin' Spot. So that's good to know. And these are great to keep and add to your collection, so you can have a variety of Stampin' Up! Colors if you don't want to invest in the actual ink pad. I want to try to get this all in the camera view, the instructions and what I'm actually doing. And on here it says the stamp I need to use is "A little birdie told me you were under the weather." So that is this one here. And just peel this off and adhere it to the clear block that comes with it. It really doesn't matter if it's on there straight, because that's why I love clear stamps, because you can actually see when you put it on here if it's straight or not. And then I'm going to take my little Stampin' Spot and I'm going to ink this up. This color is so gorgeous. This is the first time I'm using this. Oh, I love it. It's such a vibrant, vibrant bluish purple. Okay, so that's all inked up. And now let's see if I can get it straight. Okay, that looks straight to me and in the center. So let's go for it. But I think now that I put it down, it might be crooked. No, it's not bad. That is not bad. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to follow the directions. Take the card base. Take this piece here. And I'm just going to put the little mini glue dots on the back. And for this, I have a feeling I am going to need my Take Your Pick tool just to help me get the adhesive off of the back of the mini glue dots. So let me grab that. And Some people do this so fast because they're so used to doing it, but I don't have that much practice. But you're just gonna pick at it, take that little backing off, and then the glue dot stays down on your paper. And they give you more glue dots than you need, so you can put more if you feel like you need them. Okay, now I'm gonna put this over here, slightly off to the side, and just make sure that it's even. And put that down, and I'm gonna take this piece and do the same thing. Put the glue dots, they have one in each corner, and these are pretty strong. Whoops, that one accidentally stuck down there. They're pretty strong, so if you want to add additional ones, that's fine. If not, this should work just great to keep everything secure. Or if you don't feel that it's down enough, you can always add your own adhesive on top of that. And then this one goes right here. Make sure it's straight. And then I'm gonna take the little chick and what I just stamped and put I can't pick up anything today. I'm gonna put the Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of these. I'm gonna use the Take Your Pick tool and take the backing off of these. This is also great if you've just had a manicure. I do my own manicures. Okay, some people do this so fast. I'll get there. I just always forget that I have this tool and I don't use it that much. Okay, so I'm gonna put the little chick on here, and it looks like this little wing is a teeny bit over and the little water bottle is a little bit over the paper. Hangs off a little bit. And I'm going to put right down here at the bottom, I am putting the sentiment. And not to forget, because I usually always forget, it looks like there's a large one there. And then a medium one here. And I'm just keeping it real because I can't be bothered disciplining my cat because I never discipline my cat. So we love the cat. We can still see what I'm doing. And then I'm putting two little sequin down there. And look at how adorable that is. And these sequin, I don't know if you can tell, but they pick up different colors. Like here, they look blue to me. But then when I have them down here in the light, they look purple. They are so cool and so easy. So usually when a little birdie tells you that someone is under the weather, it is a last minute thing. If you don't want to pull out all of your stamp supplies, you can make this now. You saw how, let's get rid of the little bloopers. You saw how easy this was, how quick it was to make. So this is a great thing to have in your card collection. And let's move on to card number 2. Moving right along to this very adorable card with the skunk. Even though this stinks, I'm here for you. What we're going to start off doing is taking the heart that we popped out, and we're going to take the stamp that says, even though this stinks, and that we are going to stamp up here in the left-hand corner of the heart. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Spot, ink up the words. I cannot say enough of these clear stamps. You know if you're getting enough ink on there, you know if you're going to stamp it straight. They are the best. It looks like that little G isn't absorbing the ink. So let's just try here. And we'll just press really hard. And there we go. I got it right the first time. And then we're going to take that tiny little now's the time to gently pop out this tiny, tiny little label. And that's where we're going to put our stamp that says, I'm here for you, which is right here. And it's great because the backing of this has the stamp, the sentiment and the stamps on the actual acetate, so you know where to store them. So let's put this here on our stamp, on our clear block. And we're gonna ink this up. This color is so fabulous. You look at it and you're like, is that bright blue? Is that dark purplish blue? I really like it. Okay. And we can get this as straight as possible because we can see where we are stamping. I'm here for you. Ta-da! Perfect. 2 times in a row. We'll look at our little directions and we're gonna hold the card vertically. And we have the little dots here on the heart, so that means we are gonna use the mini glue dot on the back of the heart. And I'm kind of getting good here with the take your pick tool. I'm becoming a pro at it, I must say. Takes some getting used to, but it's a really cool tool. Okay, and then it looks like they put this right there in the center. Just like that. Now let's look closely at the directions here. You'll see that the back of the skunk gets Stampin' Dimensionals, and then the back of the label that we stamped on gets a Stampin' Dimensional on the right side when it's flipped over, and gets a mini glue dot on the left side when it's flipped over. So let's put our dimensionals on our skunk. And then I'm gonna flip this over. And just like the picture here, I'm gonna put a dimensional on this side carefully because the dimensional is probably just about the size of the label. And then I will put a mini glue dot over here on the left. And I'm gonna talk about why we did that in a second. So let's adhere the skunk first, because the label goes over the skunk, if you see that right there. So I'm gonna put the skunk, it looks like it leaves some little heart sticking out at the bottom. So there's my skunk. And then the reason why the Stampin' Dimensional is on this side, we might need to trim that because it's a little too big. There we go. The reason why the Stampin' Dimensional is on this side is because you want it to be the same height as the skunk. But you only need a glue dot on this side because it's already up with the dimensional. Does that make sense? When you do it in real life, you'll see what I mean. I need to trim this a teeny bit more on the top. If you happen to have mini dimensionals, you might want to use those instead. If not, you can just cut it like I did. And we're gonna just place this, it looks like it's right about there, so you can see his little arm. I am here for you. How easy and how cute. Now we're gonna go on to card number 3. And now the final card with the little mouse and the best sentiment probably ever. Ice cream is the best remedy for this, which is true. Ice cream is the remedy in my mind for everything. So we are going to, on this piece here, we will stamp our sentiment. And it, to me, looks like this is pretty big, but I guess it fits on there. Let's get it all inked up. And when this happens, I just take my finger and rub it off so that it doesn't accidentally get onto my work surface or onto what I'm stamping on. Ta-da! I just went through this whole process and realized that I didn't have the video on, but what you're gonna do is hold the card vertically. You're gonna take the piece of pink embossed paper and put glue dots on the back, flip it over and adhere it. And this paper is fabulous because it does have the embossing on there, so it's 3D, it looks great. And then we'll do the same thing with this little piece of yellow polka dot. We will put our mini glue dots on the back. And not only did I just not film this whole thing, I thought the camera was going, but I also accidentally poked my finger with the tip of this, and it doesn't feel great. So be careful when you're using this. I mean, it's so good that it causes pain. Alrighty, so we are gonna just put this, it looks like it's down a little bit. It's not exactly in the center. So we're gonna put that right there. And then our mouse and our sentiment both get dimensionals on the back. This adorable little mouse with this tub of ice cream goes over here. And then our sentiment goes right next to him. And guys, I wish you could see these in real life colored in. I love how they made it so that it looks like you actually colored it in yourself with the Stampin' Blend. Okay, then we're gonna put this right here, and it looks like it's a little bit over the tail, but I don't like it like that. So I'm gonna, well, there we go. We'll put it just like that. Voila. Beginning of the video, I told you I was going to show you just some redos or updos on what you can add to your card. So on this one here with the duck, I just added a knot of metallic mesh ribbon, which is in the annual catalog. On my skunk card, I just used some white baker's twine, and I tied that to the top here in a bow. And then on the little mouse one, I also used some white baker's twine, and I tied it around the pink piece. So very fun, very easy, and now you have Get Well cards on hand when you need them.